Welcome back, everyone. I am absolutely pumped to have you here for this explainer. If you've been hanging out with us, you know the world of Tales of Demons and Gods is just bursting with magic, martial arts, and, honestly, some seriously intense rivalries. Today, we're diving headfirst into part 3. And let me tell you, the action and the sheer strategic brilliance we're about to see, literally gonna blow you away. We're picking up right where we left off. Jin's leveling up, but he's also making some incredibly powerful enemies along the way. So get comfortable, and let's jump right into the story. So how exactly does the quote-unquote weakest student completely humiliate the most powerful family in school? It's your classic David versus Goliath setup, and it perfectly frames everything we're looking at in part 3. Think about it. Jin is widely considered the absolute bottom of the barrel. No money, no intimidating family lineage, and his raw power levels started out, frankly, laughably low. But then, on the flip side, you've got Oscar. Oscar and his immensely wealthy family essentially run the entire social hierarchy. On paper, no way Jin stands a chance. But as we're about to see, true power isn't just about how hard you can punch. It's about how well you play the game. Section 1. Mind Games in the City. Right, so Jin has just finished buying weapons, totally minding his own business, when boom, he finds himself cornered by assassins hired by Oscar's family. They are out for blood. And physically, Jin is completely outmatched here. He's backed into a corner and, most people in this situation would either try a totally futile fight or just make a run for it. But Jin? He does something completely unexpected. Instead of raising his fists, he raises his voice and puts on a theatrical scam worthy of an actual Oscar, pun intended. Step 1. He acts completely terrified, just totally exaggerating his fear. Step 2, he starts screaming at the top of his lungs that Oscar's family is trying to murder him in broad daylight. He's intentionally drawing a massive crowd of onlookers. He literally weaponizes his own perceived vulnerability. The assassins, who obviously rely on operating in the shadows, are completely paralyzed by this sudden public spotlight. I mean, they can't just attack him with dozens of witnesses staring right at them. The trap is set, and the aftermath is just glorious to watch. Jin's friends, Ning and Rushi, arrive on the scene and they instantly catch on to what he's doing. They play along flawlessly, just feeding right into the drama. The crowd, who are already pretty skeptical of these arrogant noble families anyway, turns aggressively against Oscar and his goons. Suddenly, the most powerful family in the city is being publicly shamed by the everyday townsfolk. The pressure gets to be way too much, and Oscar is forced to just tuck his tail and run without laying a single finger on Jin. It is an absolute masterclass in psychological warfare. Section 2. The Purple Grass Conflict. Okay, leaving the city's streets, we shift our focus over to Rushi's household. Remember that highly valuable purple grass Jin had Rushi gather up? Well, its market value has completely skyrocketed, so Rushi's father sees this as the perfect golden opportunity. He demands she hand over the purple grass so the family can sell it and finally pay off their crushing debt to, yep, you guessed it, Oscar's family. It's this incredibly tense moment pitting family duty right against personal loyalty. But Rushi absolutely refuses to cave. She delivers this incredible line. "My friend is very good, so don't you dare touch him." It's a massive moment for her character. She's drawing a line in the sand, putting her absolute loyalty to Jin way above her own family's financial fears and the oppressive shadow of Oscar's family. She knows that purple grass is a crucial part of Jin's master plan, and she is fiercely protecting it, even against her own dad. And the thing is, the conflict isn't just resolved by her words, it's resolved by her newfound strength. As she gets angry defending Jin, there is this sudden massive surge in her power level. This is a direct result of the special cultivation techniques Jin has been secretly teaching her. Her father feels this overwhelming energy and is just instantly stunned. He backs down completely. He realizes Rushi is no longer just a pawn to be married off or used to settle debts. She is becoming a powerhouse in her own right. Her entire status within the family shifts in an instant. Section 3. Into the Dangerous Forest. So, with the city politics momentarily at bay, Jin hits the bronze 1-star level, which is a really significant milestone in his cultivation. But there is zero time to rest. He joins a designated expedition group made up of students and some seasoned fighters, and they head straight into the perilous, monster-infested wilderness. This is where the theoretical training officially ends and the real survival begins. The tension out here doesn't just happen all at once. It escalates dreadfully. In the morning, they find hair belonging to a silver rank fox beast. Now that's a creature far beyond the capability of most of these students, so it's a massive warning sign. By evening, they start hearing the rustling and movements of mysterious assassins tracking them in the shadows. And then, when night fully falls and visibility is at its absolute worst, all hell breaks loose with a full-blown ambush on their camp. The chaos of this night attack is just intense. Group leader Chen, who is the most experienced fighter there, makes the really brave choice to stay behind and hold off the attackers. And in this moment of sheer panic, Jin steps right up. He takes charge of the younger students, using his vast knowledge of the terrain and survival tactics to guide them safely away from the carnage. But as they're fleeing, they stumble upon something genuinely chilling. Dead assassins littering their escape route. Someone or something is taking out the killers in the dark, adding a whole new layer of mystery to the danger they're already in. Section 4. The unexpected duel. Just when you think they have more than enough external threats to worry about, an internal conflict explodes. Out of nowhere, this girl named Bella starts teasing Jin, paying him a lot of attention. Well, this doesn't sit right with a higher-ranked, incredibly arrogant fighter in their group named Adam. Adam gets wildly jealous and decides he needs to put Jin in his place, just to impress Bella. The matchup here is severe. On one side, you have Jin, who only recently hit Bronze 1 star. He's the underestimated tactician. Against him is Adam, sitting comfortably at Bronze 3 star. In the world of cultivation, a 2-star difference is usually an insurmountable gap in raw strength and speed. Adam is arrogant because, mathematically speaking, he should be able to crush Jin without even breaking a sweat. And because these are teenagers with oversized egos, they set the most bizarre, childish, yet deeply humiliating stakes for this incredibly dangerous fight. The loser of the duel doesn't just lose face, they literally have to get down on the ground and bark like a dog in front of everyone. It adds this hilarious layer of petty high school drama to what is otherwise a lethal martial arts showdown. So how exactly does the underdog pull this off? Well, Jin absolutely wipes the floor with Adam, and he does it using brains, not brawn. When Adam charges in with his initial rage-fueled attacks, Jin effortlessly dodges them, reading his opponent's predictable movements like a book. When Adam finally does learn a heavy strike, Jin uses a highly advanced special technique to block. But he doesn't just deflect the blow, he actively absorbs Adam's soul energy on impact. It's a brilliant strategic drain. Within moments, Adam's energy is completely depleted, and he collapses to the ground, entirely unconscious. It is a stunning, deeply satisfying victory. Section 5. Ruins of the Rich. After that incredible display of dominance, the group finally arrives at their destination, the ancient city ruins. It's this eerie, abandoned place holding the secrets of a fallen civilization. Taking a quick moment during meditation, Jin processes the energy he absorbed from Adam and the experiences he's had, and he actually levels up once again to Bronze 2 star. He is growing stronger at an exponential rate, right in time for the real treasure hunt. You really have to notice Jin's practical wisdom here. While the rest of the group just wants to rush straight into the center of the city to loot the giant, flashy noble mansions, Jin stops them. He explains that obvious targets are always the first to be picked clean by previous scavengers. Instead, he points them toward the modest merchant homes on the outskirts. His logic is flawless. Merchants were wealthy, but they hid their treasures to avoid taxation and theft. And sure enough, while the noble houses are just empty husks, the overlooked merchant homes are absolutely packed with hidden loot. Section 6, a deadly cliffhanger. But guys, the excitement of finding that treasure is incredibly short-lived. Just as they start loading up their bags with ancient loot, the ground begins to shake. A massive, terrifying threat drops in on them completely unannounced. The pacing goes from 0 to 100 in a split second. A massive horde of 8 beasts suddenly swarms the ruins. And worse, they aren't just mindless monsters. They are being led by a highly intelligent, incredibly dangerous silver rank beast. The group is completely outmatched here. They are forced to sprint into a crumbling, ruined house just to hide. Huddled together in the suffocating dark, they desperately slather themselves in these vile stench potions, just praying to whatever gods are listening that the overwhelming smell will mask their human scent from the predators pacing around outside. The tension is absolutely agonizing. They hold their breath as the massive beasts sniff around the ruins and finally, miraculously, begin to pass by. It seems like the stench potions actually worked. They've survived the monsters. But the exact moment they let their guard down, the ultimate twist drops. Adam, still completely humiliated from the duel, and his vengeful friends step right out from the shadows. They block the only exit out of the ruined house and their swords are drawn. And that is the brutal cliffhanger we are left with today.
Jin and his friends are trapped in a claustrophobic ruin. If they fight Adam, the noise will bring the silver rank ape beasts right back down on their heads. If they don't fight, Adam and his crew look ready to cut them down where they stand. Surrounded by beasts on the outside and treacherous enemies on the inside, how on earth are they going to survive this? You'll just have to tune in next time to find out. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and as always, keep your curiosity sharp.